So again, my name is Liz. We're going to do a 30-minute functional strength and stability session episode kind of mobility stuff today. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we're going to start in the quadruped position. So on all fours, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And we're going to do like a cat and cow if you're familiar with yoga. So we're going to take a big deep breath in, arch our back. Exhale, and then round our back, arch our back in. So we're going to do that probably 10 times. So for big deep breath in. Really feel that stretch through your back, push your spine up. Exhale, arching out, there's 2. Breathing in, and out, 3, and 4, out, breathing in, and out. Look way up towards the ceiling. And out. Breathe in. Out. We'll do one more. Breathing in. And out. Good. Next, we're going to do staying in that kind of position. We're going to stretch through our T-spine and through our shoulders. So same kind of thing. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. One hand behind your head. And we're going to sweep in, touching the inside of our arm. And then we're going to sweep up. So as far as you can. If it's only, there, that's fine. So we're going to do, what are we going to do? 10 each side. So hand behind your head, not pulling your head anywhere. Again, spine is nice and neutral. So we're going to touch that elbow to the inside, right by our elbow. And then rotate up, stretching through our chest, through our shoulders, and down. Up, 2, nice and slow. Feel that stability of that arm that's down too. 3, 4, 5, 6, and again, stay within your own range of motion. You don't need to be pushing yourself way outside and hurt yourself. 6, I think. 7, so spine check here. Make sure your abs aren't dropping down too much. Nice straight back. 7, I believe. Push up through the shoulder, not sinking down into it too much. Shoulders nice and strong. 2 more. And 10, good. All right, shake that arm out. Do the same thing on the other side. So kind of check your form, find your position. Shoulders nice and strong. And behind your head. Elbow comes down. Switches up. I'm way better on this side. Usually people have one side that's going to be way better than the other. That's totally normal. There's 1. Up for 2. 3. 4. 5. Check that shoulder. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Check that arm out. Definitely feeling that. All right, next up, we're going to do a bird dog. This is what some people call them. So again, sort of that quadruped position, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to be stretching opposite leg, opposite arm out, and back in. So keep that core nice and tight, back's nice and straight. We're not arching when you get out here. Pretty much just in line with your ears and with your hips, straight line out and back in. All right, here we go. So we're going to do 10 on each side. Nice and slow. 1, 2, and 2. Reach through your heel, reach through your hand. 3, and 3. 4, and 4. Spine check. Core is nice and engaged. 5, and 5. Neck is nice and neutral. Looking down at your hands. 6, 7, 8, and 8. Nice and slow here. 9, and 9. 10, and 10. Good. You're kind of feeling most of your shoulders. Hopefully starting to stretch out a little bit through your chest. And all right, so we are going to do some sideline T-spine sweeps is what I call them. You might have seen me do this before. So we're going to lay on our side. Knees pointed out, hips are stacked, arms straight out in front of us. So you're going to sweep this top arm all the way around, trying to keep it touching the ground the whole way. So we're going to sweep all the way out. Keep your hips forward. So we're really wanting that twist through our shoulders and through our back and back around. So we'll do 8 each side here. Here goes. 1, try to keep that arm pretty straight. I'm running out of real estate. Hopefully you've got more room here than I do. 2. Remember to breathe. 3, try to relax your throat and your neck as well. 4, relaxed muscles, move farther. 5, try to look back towards that hand. 6, 7, you should be feeling that in between your shoulder blades here. 8, oh, we're done. All right, switching sides. I'm gonna flip around. So again, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, knees pointed forward, shoulders are stacked, arms out straight, and sweep all the way around. Try to keep that hand on the floor. And hopefully your arm is straight. I'm out of room. There's 2. Nice and slow. 3. 4. 5. And these are good things you can do sort of as a warm-up if you're going to do a heavier lifting session. Things like this are really going to help open up your chest, get your body moving a little bit, get your blood pumping, but also in a dynamic way. I think one more. I lost track. All right. One last shoulder thing here. So we are going to do I's, Y's, and T's facing down on our stomach. So you're going to lie flat, and what your arms are going to do over your head. So your thumbs are going to point towards the ceiling when we get there. So an I, a Y, and a T. So you want to be pulling your shoulder blades back. You're going to go for an I, Y, and a T. Hopefully that makes sense. So laying on your stomach, and we are going to do 8 of each. So we'll just count there. So laying on your stomach and hands out straight, thumbs pointed towards the ceiling. You go up for an I, out to, I don't know, what, 45 degrees or so. For a Y, pinch your shoulder blades up, and then up to a T. There's one. Bring back to an I, Y, and T. 2, 1, Y, and T. 3, 4, 4, and 4. Keep your shoulders down, or towards your hips, I should say. Like a good posture. Y, and T for 5. If you can't pick your hands too far up off the ground, that's totally fine. You always get better at it. And T, 6, I believe. I, Y, and T, 7, one more here. I, Y, and a T. Good. All right, hopefully you're feeling your shoulders a little bit. Now, we're gonna do some hip stuff. So, back in that quadruped position, we're gonna do a hip car or a controlled articular rotation. So I've done them before standing, but we're gonna do them on all fours today. So that same position, hands on your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're gonna pull one knee forward, up, and rotate it around. So here's what that looks like. So forward, out, and rotating around. So kind of just taking your knee in a big circle. Nice and slow. Really gonna feel those hips. All right. We're gonna do 8 on each side, and then we'll switch. So I'm gonna start them with my right knee moving. So find your spot. Again, core is engaged, back is nice and straight. We're gonna come forward, circle that knee. I think it's clockwise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, feel that stability. 7, and 8, good. Notice how my hips aren't opening up too much, so I'm not going like this. We don't need that knee to be straight out. We just need that hip capsule to be moving. So we'll do the other side now. My left side, so forward, out, big circle around. Hope we get a nice little hip pop like I just did. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. All righty. Now, grab some sort of weight. You just kind of have to move over it, so it doesn't matter what it is. So now that our shoulders are warmed up and our hips are a little bit warmed up, we're going to sit, and you can see that. So I've got a weight right here. And all I'm going to do, we're going to pick the one leg up, sitting nice and straight, over that weight. So we're going to sit nice and straight. You want to be against a wall to kind of keep you nice and straight up. Lifting from that hip flexor. Feet are flexed, so your torso are pointed towards the ceiling. Up and over. Or if you don't have anything, you could just pretend. All right, so we're going to do 8 on each side here. So point up. And back over. There's 1. Nice and tall chest. Up. 2, so you're going to feel your quad, also your hip flexors. Just kind of part your quads. and back. 3, I think. 4. From the side. Keep going. We're just coming straight up. Over. Of course, you can't see that behind my leg. 5, I think. 6. Keep that core engaged. 7. And 8. Good. All right. Switch sides so you can move your weight or whatever. So kind of find your balance. Find that straight upright position. Chest is tall. Core is engaged. Legs straight. Toes towards the ceiling. Up and over and back. 1. I kind of touch my stomach and my chest to make sure I stay upright. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Good. You feel those quads, those hip flexors, keeping that core nice and engaged. All right, so the last thing that we're going to do for this little portion, we're going to do what's called a nerve floss. So it's going to be really great if you have any sort of sciatic pain. So laying on your back, pull one knee in. I'm going to grip right under my knee, right on my hamstring. So you're going to stretch up, try to get it sort of straight. My hamstrings are really tight, so my leg never goes to straight completely. And then you're going to pump your foot once at the top and come back in. So we're going to do 8 of those each side. So you should be feeling this hip kind of stretching as you're pulling that knee in and then extending up. Pump that foot. You should kind of feel all the way down here and back in. So keep that lower leg engaged too, toes towards the ceiling. And pump. That's, I think, 3 for me. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Good. All right. Switch sides, same thing. Pull behind your knee in. All right, we're going to extend up. 1 pump of the foot. There's 1. Point your toe, pull it back. 2. Point your toe. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Good. All right. Now we're going to use a weight. So I'm just going to grab, I've got a 5-pound, you can use 10 something. Not really heavy. And then the next thing we'll do, we need something pretty light. I'm going to use 3 pounds. Okay, so first one here is we are going to do high knees. We're holding this towards our chest. So whatever weight you have, hold it tight. And you're going to pull your knee up, bounce on that one leg for 1, 2, hold, and back down. So really engage this hip. And we're going to pull these knees and those toes straight up. Try to stay in a line. No hips coming out, no knees wobbling. Nice and strong. All right, 8 of them each side here. Pulling in for 1, 2, and back down. 2, 2, back down. 3, 2, nice good posture. Abs are tight. Feeling that hip. 4, 2, down, up, 5, 2, down, 6, 2, Good job, guys. Find that balance. 7, 2. And last one here, 8 and 2. Good. All right. Take that a little bit. Switch your hand or switch your feet. So find your balance, lock that hip, find that stability there. Good toe posture. Here we go. Hold that toe and that knee up. Down. There's 1, 2, 2. And again, here everybody's going to have one side that's a little bit better than the other. 3. 4. 5. 2. Down. 6. 2. 7. 2. And last one here, 8 and 2. Good. Okay. This one is going to be a lateral raise and a front raise with just one weight. So I'm going to use a little 3-pound plate. So I'm going to put this hand on my hip to keep that stability. So we're going to come lateral raise, front raise. So we only need to come to our shoulders. So keep that line here. We don't need to come all the way up. Same thing over here. Oh, that looks weird on camera, but you know, you get it. All right. So we're going to do 8 each side here. Start to the side. Now to the front. You know the game, nice and slow. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Ab check. Nice and steady here. 7. 8. Good. All right. Good chance. Other side. Again, I'm going to put my hand on my hip. Kind of keep me stable. All right. Out to the side. Straight to the front. Here's 1. Up. 2. Side. Front. 3. Again, try to keep nice and stable. You don't want to fly out to the side. 4. Nice and slow here. 5. 6. 7. Good job, you guys. Last one of these. 8. And down. Good. All righty. Now we're going to do some abs. So laying on your back. So you're going to lay in a big X. So feet are apart, arms are apart. Big X on the ground. But we're not going to take a snooze. So opposite hand, opposite foot. We're going to come toward each other, whether touch or not, however flexible you are. Just as long as your back stays on the ground. Pull your belly button down. We just want those abs engaged. So we're going to do 10 on each side. Here we go. Opposite hand, opposite leg. 1, 2, and 2. Nice and slow here. 3, and 3, 4, and 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, and 7, 8. 8, good work, you guys. 9. 9. 10. And 10, good. All righty. Last thing here, we're gonna do a little bit of a plank circuit. I always love to do a plank. So we are gonna start for 30 seconds in a high plank. We'll start there, and then we're just gonna kind of move around. Couple seconds on my timer. 2, 1, and up, hands under your shoulders. Back's nice and straight, abs are engaged. Looking good. Remember to breathe. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Come on down. We're going to do a side plank here. So elbow under our shoulder. You can either go one foot in front of the other on the ground, feet stacked, or if you'd like to go on your knees, that's totally fine too. A couple seconds here. 2, 1, and up. I'm going to go one forward, one back. Probably feeling those shoulders from our earlier stuff here. Reaching straight up towards the ceiling. Straight line from that elbow all the way through your hand. 2, 1, and down. Good. All right, other side. And we're done for the day. I'm gonna go one from the other. My top foot's in front of my back foot. All right, and 3, 2, and up. Here we go. Nice straight line again from your elbow all the way up. Try not to pike your hips too much. Nice straight line here. 2, 1, and down. Good. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. So thank you so much for joining me. Stick around if I can answer any questions for you. Anything you have, definitely feel free to come up and chat with me here. Let me know what's going on.